Your opinion is your opinion. Your perception is your perception. Do not confuse them with the truth or facts. Perception and reality are two different things. Perception is reality. Good morning, friends. I'm Dexter Valles of Valma International, a consulting firm based in Mumbai, India. I want to talk to you today briefly about perception and reality. Which of these two words resonate with you? Is there anything like reality, or is it all perception? Well, thinking about the quotes that I just paraphrased from some famous people around the world, including John Moore and Tom Cruise, and Lee Atwater. Well, if you look at things around you, they would seem to be like reality. And if you reflect on your life and all the memories you have on it, they would be your reality. But what if you were to discuss those same moments and those very same memories with other people who shared them? Do you think that they would have the same perception of your reality? Would it be their reality too? Hardly likely. It's possible that there will be some overlap, but you may be surprised to find how differently your reality has been perceived by other people as their reality. So don't go too far away from home. If you have a sibling, ask them to recall what they felt about some of the memories they have shared with you. And you would be surprised to find that they have different aspects of the same memory that have different meanings to them. Naturally, since you grew up together, there could be a large amount of common understanding and common processing, because our mind does get coached and cultured into the family culture, the family way of thinking and behaving and of doing things. But after some time, when your lives separate and the context changes of each other's life, when you do meet together and share some memories together, memories that you are now creating, the chances are the way that they are perceived are largely different from the way you perceive them. It is said that there is nothing like reality and everything is perception, because perception is how we view things through our senses and how we process them based on the context that we have developed across life. Our values, beliefs may be the same, but the way we've learned about them, the way we've practiced them, the feedback that we have been given, what we have observed, and where it has lodged with us could make a big difference to how we process what we think is reality. So, what have you experienced about this? Have you come across areas of your life where other people have given you very different understandings of something that you thought was so simple and so straightforward to process and understand, because it has been recorded in almost the same way by each of your minds? So the mind thinks in pictures, and also there are other stimulants like smell and touch, and also how we hear. So auditory and visual and olfactory, all these things come together. But almost invariably, when you recall something, you will think in pictures. Now consider this, I am a corporate trainer. And when I conduct a training program, my memory of that training program is based on my expectations of what I want to happen in that program. And if it happened or didn't happen, my memory is colored with that. As a participant, people come into the program expecting to receive something from the trainer or facilitator. And based on how they receive that and how they've experienced that learning, that would color their perception of that reality. Now, if you think in pictures, my picture of that memory would be the room, would be the number of participants there, their faces, their responses, how they behaved. That would be my picture. In the background would be my voice and what I am saying to them. But that may not be the most prominent thing, because it's possible that I've said that thing often enough that I perhaps even tune that out of my mind and of my reality. But what I do absorb is how people are receiving it and the assumptions that I have made on how people are receiving it. So now we come to another word, assumptions. Why are we assuming things? Because we don't know them. And we probably don't have the time or patience or take the time to find out whether the assumptions we are making are correct. Because most of the time, we assume that what we think is correct. Now look at the participant's point of view. The picture in his or her mind would not be the room, would not be the faces of everybody in the room, and certainly not his own face or her face. The picture in his or her mind of that program would be me, and how I'm delivering, what I'm saying, the slides I'm showing, maybe the videos I've shown. But largely, I would occupy center stage in the picture in his or her mind. Now put these two pictures together and you would feel that we are in different moments of time, having different memories, even though they are of the same thing. Just from that, you will know that the way that that image and those memories have lodged in the participants' minds would create a perception of a reality that is quite different from mine. Because they are also based on expectations. There is a context in which they fall into and fit into. Right? So when we do process that, we don't remember everything that happened. We just remember the significant moments of those memories and the results that came from them, and we fit that into our image and our understanding of that reality. And those are the recall points that we have later when asked about it. There are times that some of my participants don't even remember the name of the program they attended, but they remember things that I have said. And that's amazing, because I'm asking them, don't you know the name of the program? And they said, you know what, I know it was something to do about this, but you said some interesting things, and verbatim they tell me some of the things I said. And I said, that's wow. And when I scratch my mind to say, how did this participant really respond? I find that I don't have enough answers or enough memory recall unless there has been an outstanding moment in which somebody has said or done something significant. So why am I talking to you about this? If perception is indeed reality, then there are people out there in the world who have you in their lens, and they may or may not understand what you are all about. They may not appreciate what you are saying or doing, because probably they are not filtering it through the same process that you would want them to. So what is the big to-do about this? Well, the world goes on. Things happen reasonably okay. Life flows. Memories flow. Perceptions flow. Reality flows. And nothing too terrible happens until these people who have different perceptions about you than you'd probably like them to have are in a position to make critical decisions about you. They may not be your superiors, they may not be authority figures in your life, or they could be. They could be other people in your life, maybe even your subordinates at work, maybe your family or friends, and other people who you don't meet often enough. And when they are making decisions about you based on who they think you are, based on their perceptions, those decisions could impact you because they are made on certain assumptions which perhaps have not been clarified. And based on those assumptions, certain judgments are formed. Those judgments again get filtered through their value and belief system, which informs them how they should respond to you. And once they respond to you in that manner, the chances are they may not go back on those judgments. Because once people have made a judgment, again in their perception, which is their reality, they may consider it very, very uncomfortable to go back and undo something that they've decided upon without feeling either cheated from the process or feeling that they've let themselves down in understanding what needed to have been done. So before people form a judgment about you through their perceptions and make decisions that you won't be happy with, it's important to meet with their realities and their perceptions and figure out what's really true. What could be true for both them and you? And when you can arrive at some kind of commonality between the two realities and the perceptions, you would benefit from the decisions and the judgments and the assumptions that would be made about you and how you go about it. So till we talk again about this and the emotions that come from it and how they figure into your management of emotional intelligence and balance and the ability to paint a large canvas in which you can operate with a certain sense of freedom from other people's perceptions and judgments, where you are reasonably secure about how what you do is going to impact others and how they would receive it. Let's meet again and talk about this in our next conversation. Thank you for listening in. This is Dexter Valles saying have a good day. Bye for now.